Hello, beautiful souls, and welcome to Come Grow Spiritually with me, my tarot series. I am Pamela of Unimed, and I am on my own spiritual journey. I've been a very spiritual person for most of my life, but never embraced it. Just sort of like ignored it and pretended it like it wasn't there. Although there were moments over my lifetime where I did a little bit of exploring and kind of embraced it, but most of my life I've ignored it. I've pretended it didn't exist. And then I had an accident that resulted in a brain injury that I guess 2 years into my recovery, things were not going well. And I had done all the traditional medical focused therapies and it just wasn't enough. So at that point, I felt like I had no choice but to surrender and start to explore my spirituality, and it has been life-changing for me. So I come on here and I share it all with you. I used to be a social worker in my previous life, working in mental health and special education, and I have been on my own healing journey from my trauma for well over 2 decades. My oldest son was here last night. He's 26. And about to have a baby. But I really started to embrace my healing journey from my own trauma because when he was born, because somebody told me that I couldn't possibly love that little boy the way that he deserved, fully in health, in a healthy way, until I learned to love myself and heal my trauma. So again, 26 years ago, I really embraced this journey to do my own healing. So I've walked a very long journey. And then now with spirituality, there's just so much freedom. They intermingle so well. Anyways, so recently I felt called to expand my spiritual practices to including tarot. And so I've been documenting that process and sharing it all with you in hopes that those of you that are interested and curious will come along and explore and learn tarot alongside with me. Next week, I'm going to do a little bit more focus on doing some specific topics and providing some more educational based stuff and less of my own readings. But today, we're just going to do a reading because guess what? Today is Thanksgiving here in Canada. And Thanksgiving is my favorite holiday. I love the fall. I love Thanksgiving. I love the colors. I love the food. I love gathering. And Thanksgiving has changed for me over the last couple of years because I have made the decision that I am no longer going to continue to have a relationship with my biological family. So I used to host big Thanksgivings. And that's changed because I wasn't hosting anymore and I wasn't participating and gathering with them anymore. But this year, I have this new, amazing, wonderful group of friends, and we are having a Friendsgiving today. So today I get to go and celebrate my favorite holiday with my new family, my friends, and I'm so excited and so blessed to be able to be a part of this group of friends and to have this joy again of looking forward to my favorite holiday and celebrating it. So my excitement is a little off the chart today, so I apologize. Okay, let's get right into it because I'm already 4 minutes in and I've just been gabbing. All right, so today I am going to ask Source through the cards, what blessings should I acknowledge this Thanksgiving, and how can I continue to grow in gratitude and love? So I'm going to do 5 cards. The first card is going to be the heart of gratitude. So what blessings or gift are most present in my life right now? Hidden abundance will be number 2. 3 will be the lessons of the year. So what challenges helped me grow the most this year? 4 is going to be sharing the harvest. So how can I best give back for the blessings? And number 5 is going to be the path forward. So let's see what the message is. So in position number 1, which was the heart of gratitude, we pulled the 3 of Wands. And the 3 of Wands is about expansion, vision, opportunity, and forward movement. Whenever I see the 3 of Wands, I always think of the phrase, he's on the shoreline waiting for his ship to come in. So he knows that he's about to embark on a new journey. He knows his ship is coming. He's just standing, waiting for it to arrive. So this Thanksgiving, Spirit is reminding me to be grateful for how far I've come. And I've come a long way throughout my entire life, but especially in the last 2 years. Today, the most important relationship that I have on this planet is with me. Is that relationship with myself. And it's so freeing. And I'm safe and I'm comfortable with who I am, the good, the bad, the ugly. And I am the most important person in my life. Not to say that I'm selfish. I give a lot to people. And I used to overgive. But today, I honor myself. And I still continue to give to others. So today, I come first. And that is a huge gift. It's such a blessing when you can get there. Anyways, so the Three of Wands is celebrating my growth and reminding me that I've built a strong foundation and I'm now looking forward to the new horizon. Like I'm looking forward to that next journey, that next adventure. I'm ready to board the ship and get going. And so this card is reminding me that even though I'm not there yet, right? I need to just continue to trust in the process. I've already set things in motion. Like the ship is already coming to get me. This has already been arranged. Nothing's going to stop it or change it. And I just need to continue to trust in the process. Okay, in position number 2, which was the hidden abundance, we pulled the Nine of Wands. And the Nine of Wands is about strength, endurance, resiliency, and protection. So my hidden blessings lie in my perseverance. The Nine of Wands shows me that I have overcome challenges and I am still standing. And let me tell you, this brain injury that I suffered, is it 4 or 5 years ago now? Next week it's 4 or 5 years, I can't tell you which. Rocked my fucking life. Like, I lost everything. I lost my friends, I lost my family, I lost my house, I lost my ability to work, I lost my purpose, I lost who I was, like literally everything in my life burned to the ground. But I'm still standing. And not only am I still standing right now, I did the work and I'm about to step into thriving. Like it's going to be even better than what I lost. Like by tenfold. I already know it. I can feel it. And again, I know I'm claircognizant. And there's stuff that I just know I know sometimes. So, anyways. The message is that I'm wiser and stronger than before. 100%. Gratitude isn't just for what's easy. It's also for the strength and the courage that I carried to still be standing. So I need to give thanks to my inner warrior. All right. Lesson of the year, the Fool. And the Fool is about new beginnings, trust, freedom, and faith, right? The Fool believes everything is possible. The Fool is standing there like endlessly, just like there's endless possibilities. Anything can happen. Being the maker of their own creation. So this year's greatest lesson is learning to trust life again. The Fool reminds me that every ending is just the start of something new and that I've been asked to take a leap of faith, believe in myself, and open my heart without needing to know the outcome. And gratitude becomes my bridge to courage. So this is so true because I have really been working on releasing that need to control and know, right? Like, I want to know the outcome. I want to know how I'm getting there. I want to know, like, are there any side roads or are there any detours in the path? Like, and I've really been having to let go of that and just trust. And it's been so freeing. And I can assure you that the universe has been teaching me that it has my back. Like, somehow, some way, I'm not generating income, but somehow, some way, my needs are always taken care of. I don't know how, and I'm not going to question. I'm just very grateful. And that's because I'm just trusting. Like, I'm literally just trusting the signs from the universe. And I believe that anything is possible. I am going to be a homeowner again and have my dream property. And I am going to open up my wellness center. And I am going to have healthy, strong relationships. I am going to build spiritual communities. Like, I believe it. I know it. I know that it's available, and I don't have to figure out the why or the how, which is hard for my logical mind. But I just push it aside because it really makes no sense, especially in this market, that I believe that I will be a homeowner again, especially when I'm not generating income. But I know it. I believe it. I know it. I know it's possible. And I'm just going to be that fool, and I'm going to trust and have faith and keep looking for the opportunities in the beginnings. Okay. Sharing the harvest, it was position 4, and we got the Wheel of Fortune. And the Wheel of Fortune is about divine timing, karma, alignment, and turning points. So the Wheel of Fortune, in the position of how to share your blessings, encourages me to embrace the cycles of life and to uplift others who are still in their winter. My empathy and my wisdom can guide others through their own challenges. And by sharing my story and my faith in divine timing, I remind others that the wheel always turns. So what a beautiful message. Again, this has been my passion my whole life, is helping other people walk through their dark times. And again, I'm not leading, I'm walking alongside with you. I have some information. Sometimes I have a compass that we can pull out and we can use together, kind of thing. But my whole purpose in life is to be helping other people walk out of their winter or their darkness and back into the light through tapping into their own healing and their own strength. And now their spirituality and learning to embrace their authentic self. So what a beautiful message. It absolutely fits with who I am to the very core. All right, and finally, the path ahead. We got the 5 of Wands. And I gotta tell you, when I saw it come out, I was like, is this right? But I've learned not to question. Well, question for a second and then trust. You should always question. You should always be critically thinking. And then you can move into trust. Okay. So the key words for the 5 of Wands is growth through tension, passion, teamwork, and determination. So the path forward is inviting me to see contrast as the teacher. The 5 of Wands says there will always be challenges, which I know because life is life. But they spark creativity, collaboration, and clarity. And that by choosing gratitude, even when life feels chaotic, each moment of friction is shaping me into a stronger, more authentic version of myself. So, I just need to continue to focus on gratitude, know and accept that challenges are going to happen, which I'm pretty good with because I know that that's how life goes. There's ups and downs, and none of us can avoid it, no matter how wonderful our circumstances are or how spiritual we are. There's always going to be moments of tension. Not always, but there will be moments of tension along the path. It's just part of evolution. But I know how to get through those. I know how to embrace those. And I know how to really dig into gratitude when I'm facing those challenges, where I just stop and be like, God, everything feels really rough right now, but there's got to be something here that I can be grateful for. And then finding it and focusing on that. All right, so overall, my Thanksgiving message is to celebrate my endurance and faith, to recognize that I've journeyed through lessons of trust and change, and now that the wheel is turning in my favor, I need to stay thankful for every step, the easy ones and the challenging ones. because together they are all shaping me with strength and wisdom and pushing me into the person I am today. And the more that I appreciate my path, the more abundance will flow. So this was another beautiful message, which they generally are. And I'm so very grateful to have this as a spiritual tool that I use every day in my spirituality practices. I do have an engagement question because, again, let's build a community. Let's help each other out. What challenge this year turned out to be a blessing in disguise? And I got to tell you, for me, so this June was a year that we lost our house. Thanksgiving last year is when I decided that I was not going to play the games with my family, with my biological family anymore. That I was going to allow myself the permission to walk away from these toxic dynamics. Because listen, if the relationship that I had with my family was a relationship with somebody that I was like in a romantic relationship with, everyone around me would be like, you need to get the fuck out. Why do you stay? Why do you put up with that? Why do you allow people to treat you that way? But because it's my family, as though their title gives them some kind of entitlement, I guess, right? It was a very hard process to do because society tells us you don't walk away from family. Society tells us we forgive. Society says you take care of your family. You whatever, right? It's been the biggest blessing in my life. The ability to walk away and say, guess what? I deserve better. And I want to clarify. I have tried for many, many years working on this relationship and these toxic dynamics within my family, because I have always been, again, I've been in therapy off and on for over 26 years, trying to break these cycles of generational abuse and dysfunction within my family. And I've tried for years. Different tactics, putting boundaries in place, expressing this is how I need to be treated and how I'm going to be treated. And I gotta tell you, for a little while when I post a big epic fit about it, my family can relatively do okay. And they can respect my boundaries. But it doesn't take very long for that to erode and go take us right back into the cycles that we've always lived in. And then it's a whole process for me again to be like, oh my God, we're here in this place. And then I go through the guilt and the shame of allowing us to get to that place. And then I have to build up the strength to be able to walk away again. But I'm done now. And I made that decision last year. And it has been the biggest blessing of my life because it's so freeing. It's so freeing. And because I won't allow my family, people that have blood ties to me and titles to me, because I won't allow them to be in my life for how they treat me, I don't let anybody who treats me poorly in my life anymore. Because fuck, if I ain't going to allow my mom and dad in my life because of how they treat me, I sure as hell ain't going to allow a coworker or a friend or somebody on my kids' hockey team. It's just been so freeing. I choose me every single day. And so for me, that challenge of having to walk away and break away and be like, I don't have that family relationship anymore. I don't do holidays with them. I can't pick up the phone and call my mom and talk about something. I don't have a relationship with my nephews and my niece. It's been such a challenge, right? Such a challenge. And again, society tells me I'm wrong. Society tells me I'm selfish. I'm causing a problem. I should be the bigger person. I should suck it up. I should, find a way to tolerate it and make it work. And all that stuff has been a challenge. But here I am a year later looking back, and I'm about to go to Thanksgiving dinner that I'm looking forward to, that I've been looking forward to for a couple weeks now, because I'm going to be gathering with people that I love and I care about, and that love and care about me for just being me. I don't have to pretend when I go there today. I don't have to be somebody else. I don't have to watch what I'm going to say. I can just be me. And I'm looking forward to it. And I forgot what it felt like to be looking forward to celebrating a holiday. Because for many, many years, I haven't really looked forward to it. Because it's always going to be drama and chaos, and it's going to end with people yelling and a meltdown or whatever, right? Like, or people just being so ungrateful and rude, and this is such a blessing. It is such a blessing. But if you had asked me a year ago, I would have said this was such a challenge, and I was scared and fearful and uncertain as to whether or not I was doing the right thing. And I got to tell you, walking away from people you love is very challenging. But sometimes it's necessary. And I'm so grateful today when I look back that I chose me. All right, so I am rambling. This has become way longer than I thought it was going to be. So I thank each and every one of you that have watched. Next week, I'm going to do some more, we're going to talk a little bit more, I think, like we're going to talk about the minor arcana and the cycles of the cards. We're going to talk about like colors and themes and symbols in the cards. Like I'm going to do some more educational based stuff. And then I think I'm going to be walking away from my tarot portion. I'll occasionally post my daily tarot pull, but I think I'm either going to be walking into focusing on learning and working with crystals, or I'm feeling really called to learn how to work with the goddesses and the archangels. So one of those two is going to be my next series focus in this Come Grow Spiritually. But I do want to provide some more of those educational based videos around tarot for those of you that are learning, and because it's important information. Because again, tarot is unique to each and every one of us. I may pull the Nine of Cups and you may pull the Nine of Cups, and they're going to have similar themes, but they could have very different messages. And that's the gift of spirituality, right? Your message and my message may be very different, but they're both going to resonate and be true for us, like for ourselves. And so I want to make sure that I get that information out there for you before I pivot onto my next exploration in my spiritual journey. All right, I hope you have a very blessed Thanksgiving for those of you that are here in Canada, and have a great day.